Lao Tzu's philosophy of VAT cooked at fan, things reaching their extreme must reverse. A simple saying yet containing profound laws governing the universe and life. It points out that when everything reaches its peak, it is also the beginning of its decline. This is like the moon, which after being full, begins to wane, water, when full, overflows, or the loudest laughter, which is also preparing to vanish into silence. 1. The temptation of the peak. When people achieve ultimate success, greed easily arises. The fragile feeling of enough turns into not enough. Then must have more. And finally never enough. The peak of success, if not maintained with mindfulness and humility, will be the starting point for collapse and decay. Success is a double-edged sword. One edge lifts us up. The other can push us down. If we don't know when to stop, if we don't keep our hearts empty in seemingly full times, we might be the ones to fall the hardest from that peak. He who knows contentment is truly wealthy. The philosophy of Trituk Jiafu, he who knows contentment is truly wealthy, emphasizes the importance of moderation. When we know enough, we don't chase unnecessary things. We don't compete to the point of mental exhaustion. And we maintain inner peace. 2. The art of letting go. Letting go is not giving up, but realizing the right moment to return to oneself. Just as the moon, after waning, will become full again. The ancients did not fear scarcity because they understood it was part of a cycle of transformation. A person who knows when to let go is someone who preserves themselves, maintaining inner peace amidst life's turbulence. Fulfillment is not about reaching the end. Living a fulfilling life doesn't mean pursuing everything to its absolute limit. True fulfillment is living sufficiently, correctly, and lightly, without letting success corrupt one's character or suffering harden one's heart. Fear of loss. When one has much, when we have nothing, we crave much, but when we have much, we fear losing even more. Accumulation, if not accompanied by wisdom, becomes an invisible burden. Success is like a high hill. The higher one climbs, the stronger the wind, and the narrower the ground beneath one's feet. 3. Lessons from history and life. History and each person's life are filled with heartbreaking examples of collapse from the peak. From dazzling entertainment stars vanishing due to scandals, to financial magnates falling into an inescapable abyss due to a single misstep, all share a common thread. When things reach their extreme, the seeds of reversal begin to sprout. Dreams and efforts have limits. We should dream and strive, but not let dreams become a burden or allow ourselves to get lost in the whirlwind we create. Understanding the law of gain and loss, understanding that everything will change, helps us not to panic when change comes, not to cling to old and expired things, and to learn to smile and be grateful for what once was. 4. Trang Trin Winbin Kiem, a living symbol. Winbin Kiem, a wise man, politician, poet, and spiritual figure, is a living symbol of the VAT cooked at fan philosophy. He chose to leave the royal court and retire to live amidst nature to preserve his integrity and inner peace. Living in seclusion to preserve the heart, he resigned from his position as Minister of Personnel after 8 years of service. Witnessing corrupt officials run rampant, his retreat was not due to powerlessness or pessimism, but to maintain his steadfast heart in turbulent times. The philosophy of leisure. Nyan, in his famous poem Nyan, he wrote, "In autumn, I eat bamboo shoots, in winter, bean sprouts. In spring, I bathe in a lotus pond, in summer, a natural pond. When wine arrives, I drink under a tree. I see wealth and glory as but a dream." This is a philosophy of living in harmony with nature, knowing contentment, and not valuing wealth, viewing it as a mere dream. 5. Application in modern life. In modern society, where every value is measured by efficiency and achievement, Lao Tzu's VAT cooked at fan philosophy becomes more valuable than ever. People are more successful, yet also more exhausted than ever. Insatiable greed leaves us feeling empty despite having abundance. The skill of stopping. Modern people need to learn the skill of stopping, not to give up, but to regain their breath, to hear what their heart truly needs, and to know if what they are pursuing is truly worthwhile. The concept of ma, space/pause, in Japanese philosophy, similar to the Japanese philosophy of ma, which values empty space and pauses. We need spaces for everything to breathe, for our souls to heal from the pressures of the times. It is not the strongest who survive, but those who can adapt. Adapting in this era sometimes means daring to stop, to live slower, deeper, and more authentically. A life doesn't need too much brilliance, just enough time for loved ones, enough energy for oneself, and enough quiet space for the heart to rest. 6. Inner maturity. After going through a full cycle of success, people truly enter the most important part of life, inner maturity. Maturity is not about accumulating more, but about knowing how to choose less, how to eliminate things that tire us, how to refuse toxic relationships, how to smile lightly at loss, and how to remain silent in success. Peace is not an illusion when we know how to let go. Peace will no longer be an illusion but a profound truth from within. The most valuable thing is not to hold on, but to let go. Returning to oneself. A person who truly knows how to live is one who knows how to return to themselves, to the center where there are no extremes, no struggles, no wins or losses, only the tranquility of a river after a storm, or a garden after a long winter. The philosophy of VAT Cook Tat Fan is an invitation to look back at yourself, at how you have lived, what you are holding on to, and what is worth letting go. Because true fulfillment lies not in the amount of wealth, relationships, or titles, but in the ability to be at ease, in a peaceful soul and eyes that have seen through impermanence. At that time, we will no longer fear loss, for we will know that loss is merely a part of the cycle of return.